Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ultimate Music Teachers Interview. I'm your host, Gloria St. Germain, and I'm so excited today to have my very special guest and my friend, Athaliah White. She is the proud owner of the Learn Music Theory and Play Piano business, and she's also one of our Ultimate Music Theory certified teachers and elite educators. So welcome, Athaliah. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for asking. I think one of the fun things that we often think about when you become an ultimate music theory certified teacher and you have that proud moment and we look forward to, growing our business. But sometimes it's kind of fun to look back at where did we actually start all of this? So if you don't mind, share your story about what was your beginning in your own music lessons.
Well, I started music lessons when I was about seventh grade. And I just remember going to a friend's house and we were having like a family dinner. And it was a friend of mine who actually played the piano. I didn't play the piano and I was so excited to play. And so she showed me my first song, Beethoven's Fifth. Da, 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 da. And then that's what I learned to play. And never since then I've gotten lessons. So yeah. I said, I'm so jealous. I have to start playing. That's not fair. Yes, let me take some lessons. So I started piano lessons for about 3 years, 4 years, and it was just piano, not really theory, just piano. So, but it was good because I got to play a lot. So that was a lot of fun. And I was glad I started it.
And isn't it interesting how one piece of music, just imagine that, one piece of music can be the shift that makes you want to play, right? Even that, I mean, ba-da-da-da-da, you kind of had a little jazz swing to that when you were.
That was so fun. That was my hit piece.
Yeah, right. And I bet you taught that piece, haven't you? You probably shared that.
I have taught that piece. I've gotten to play that piece in my music lessons, and that's a lot of fun. I have done that one. So yes. And that is my forever piece.
It is your forever piece. And what was sort of the reason why? What got you started in teaching? Because I mean, being a piano student, and then there must have been something that was, drawing your heartstrings to get into education. What was that for you?
So for me, I had taught my first student in the summer of, let me say, 2008, 2007. And she was my first music student. And I thought, you know what? I play the piano now. I'm going to show her what I play because she wanted to learn. And I thought, that was so limited. That was embarrassing for me a little bit because I thought I got through the first Alfred's basic book. And then it was like, what do I do now?
Right.
So for me, it took some time to find ultimate music theory. But I thought, you know what? If I want to do this for real, I really want to know more about teaching music so that I can better serve my students. And I was thrilled when I found Ultimate Music Theory on Facebook because I'm a Facebookie. And so I scroll and there it was. It just popped right up. So I thought, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this no matter what, no matter how rainstorm, I'm going to do this.
And we're so glad you did. You're just this little beaming light. I've seen you grow and I've seen the fun that you share with your students and how excited they are to learn from you.
Yes.
And when you look back, where was your business at before you registered for the UMTC Elite Educator Program?
Well, not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere, eh?
It was just kind of stopped, so so that's again why I thought I need something's missing. So,
and
I knew it was missing.
And I do know because sometimes there's lots of confusion and disorganization and where do we actually learn how to teach music theory?
Yes, I was kind of lost, right?
It is lost. Yeah. And I think one of the things too we look at is maybe what was one of the obstacles that you were struggling with that you wanted to overcome so you could actually grow your business, which is well on its way now. You're launching everything.
Yes. Yep. So for me, it was theory. How to read music. How do you teach music notes? How do you teach beginners? You have a 5-year-old, you have a 6-year-old, sometimes 4-year-old. So their minds are so little and they can only take in so much at one time. So for me, I would have just liked to have learned all the ins and outs of theory because to me, that's the basis.
Yeah.
And that's what I knew I was missing. That's what I knew my students would be missing if I hadn't have gotten it. So that was great for me and for them.
Well, and you're so right. It really resonates with me what you just said, Athelia, because when you think about those young minds, they're like little sponges, but we
Yes.
also need to know what words can we use that are simple,
Right.
even though we're almost pre-teaching concepts. As you go through the Ultimate Music Theory books and the Beginner ABC series, you meet Sola and Tito, right?
Yes.
And Sola and Tito go on adventures, and they talk about being detectives, and little children know what a detective is. And so by using the language that they can understand, we are pre-teaching analysis, history, harmony, counterpoint, but we don't use those big words, right?
Right. It is so fun. I love using Sola and Tito.
Yeah, they are fun. I love them too. They're little characters. And, it's interesting because Sola and Tito have their own little personalities, right? Yeah. And I remember I was teaching an advanced student. She was in grade 9 piano and sitting right here in my music studio. And she was very well prepared. Her rhythm was perfect. Everything was just wonderful. But the it factor that was missing was just the element of performance. Mm-hmm. And I remember saying to her, and Sola and Tito were sitting on the piano, and she's, an adult, teenager, right? She was 17 years old. And I said to her, how would Sola play that? And she took on this completely different dynamic with her physiology. And I was sitting over here on the other side of the room. We were preparing for her performance, and she just played. And I said, oh my goodness, that's it.
Yes.
That's it. And she landed up getting 90% on her grade 9 piano exam. And it was because of these teaching tools, right? She had the music theory knowledge, but now we've got to use these characters in teaching. So tell me about your teaching studio and your theory classes.
Yes. So I have one 5-year-old student right now, and she is so excited to learn about piano. So happy for Sola and Tito. In fact, that's the whole highlight. That's the only reason right now that I think for her is I get to see Sola and Tito. And one time I forgot to bring Sola and Tito, and she said, where are they? Where are they? And I just thought, I'm sorry. They're at home. They're on vacation, So she's like, okay. But it is so great for her because those lessons for the ABC theory books, those are some very engaging lessons. Yeah. And her mind does soak it, just like you said, literally. She will look at it and she literally thinks about it, and you can see her thinking about the lesson. So it's great. I love it. Yeah. I love the whole program.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I had one student too, we're kind of sharing student stories. Hopefully they're not watching us. Ha ha ha, students.
Right?
Yeah, ha. Well, I do remember one of my young ones as well, and she was very, very shy and withdrawn. And the only person that she would talk to would be Sola. But Sola had an English accent. So Sola would come in, my little Sola, our little stuff. So Sola would come in and she'd say, so we're getting ready to have your lesson. Are you prepared? Do you have your pencil? And she'd say, yes, Sola, I have my pencil. She'd say, very good. Get out your pencil and your ruler. We're going to draw straight lines right from the note, right to the key on the keyboard. Are you ready? And so I would have to do this English accent. And then sometimes I would just say something to her and she'd say, Sola didn't say that. And I would go,
try that. That's great.
Yeah. So, and then I had Tito. He was from the South. He's from Texas, and he had a bit of a Southern drawl when he talked. And so it was Sola and it was Tito, and he really liked Tito. So when in doubt, those are the only two accents I know. Sola, she's from England, and Tito is from the South. So there you go.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's real nice.
Don't you believe I'm from London?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So let's talk a little bit about, how the Ultimate Music Theory Elite Educator Program, your certification course, how is that kind of changing your mindset and how you're about to grow your business?
So yes, it was the NLP, going through those NLPs and reading them and then actually putting them to practice. Yes. That visual audible, and kinesthetic. Like
Yeah.
that applies. That was a game changer for me, because you want to relate to your student as much as possible.
Yeah.
They're in the, feels like 5-hour long lesson. They want to have fun. They want to be engaged. They want to do something engaging. That's what kids do. So their attention span is real short. So you have to do something to get them to keep going. So that was a big game changer for me. And I feel like it's worked for me to keep my student. It has worked for me.
Yeah.
So
100%. And for those of you that are watching and are not sure, like, what is NLP? NLP is neuro-linguistic programming. So neuro is how we think, linguistic is how we communicate, and programming is how we get the results that we get. And I'm an NLP practitioner. And as I was creating the Ultimate Music Theory certification course, I realized, these are really, really important tools for us as educators to share. And for myself, I always thought I was a kinesthetic learner. And after taking my training, I realized, oh, I'm a visual learner. And sometimes what holds us back is if we don't understand our students' learning style. Maybe you have an auditory learner, or maybe you have a visual learner, but if you are kinesthetic and that's how you're teaching them, you're not giving them the opportunity to learn the way they learn best, right? So these really are important skills. And I know you're really getting it. You're getting all your stuff ready for Facebook, for your website that's just in development, your flyers, your newspapers. I mean, how has this kind of opened your eyes to the importance of your personal branding for your business?
Getting it out there, taking action. For me, I've got 100 flyers I've printed out. I've got to fill them out and get them out there. So yeah, it's work. It isn't something that, oh, I'm just going to do the program and boom, there I go.
Yeah.
But you have to take action. And so for me, that's been something that has really helped me to remember to grow. If I want to grow, if I want to get somewhere, I have to take action.
Yeah.
So that's a real big one.
Yeah. And I'm really glad you said that, because so often we think, oh yeah, I'll just sign up for this program and then that's it. And I think all the tools are there. Yes. It is up to us to implement. And just the same for you, Athelia. So you're teaching a lesson. You have provided exquisite lesson plans for your students, teaching them theory and piano. Now it's up to them to implement that lesson.
Right.
Yes. And so it's really a great teaching tool for us to say, well, listen, I was taking a course just like you, right? And students, I think, are really proud of you too. And so are the parents, because they see the investment that you're making in yourself, in your business, and how you're growing as an educator. And they take notice.
They do. They wanted to give me a reference. So that was great. I like that. I think it's great. If a parent feels that comfortable and that proud of who their music teacher is and who they spend their money with, that says a lot.
It really does. It really does. And it just goes to show that they really admire and they can see your personal growth, your personal development, and that you're a fun teacher. I see that just in the smile on your face. I'm like, I just want her to be my teacher because, she's fun.
And I would. Come on over.
Okay.
Let's learn with Solentito.
Yes, Solentito. Okay, can I bring Solentito? That would be fun.
Yes, you can bring Solentito anytime.
Okay, great. So next time you're teaching an online class, I'll just pop into the Zoom room and surprise the heck out of them with Solentito, and they'll go, who is that person? So you can say
cousins, sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my student thinks. Where's the rest of the family?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, they do have Spot the dog and Diva the cat.
They do.
So
yes.
They have pets that are inside the beginner ABC workbooks as well, but maybe that'll be something that we explore in the coming years.
We're going to explore that.
You know what? You just gave me another idea. What's so interesting about this conversation, Athelia, is we're not only celebrating you, and I see your beautiful Ultimate Music Theory certification certificate beside you. So ta-da, yes, the Vanna White thing. So congratulations on that. But one of the unique things about the Ultimate Music Theory program is also our coaching. And our coaching is not only there for me just to be your coach, but also for us to share ideas. And just having this conversation is already stimulating ideas in my head. I thought, what if there was more family members? It's like a good idea, right? So maybe they are going to have some more relatives. But that really makes the fun of growing our businesses, is having these open conversations and sharing ideas. And so share a little bit about what's coming up next for you in your business goals.
Online classes, getting more students available online, growing the website so that students can submit and come to the website and put their name in. And so great contacting. And then of course, the newspaper would be next. I've been trying to get a hold of the newspaper. So I'm going to have to keep on trying until I get a hold of them. So that would be something that I think is going to be neat, because in Georgia here, people read the news everywhere.
Yes.
So that's a really big promotion for me. So I think I'm going to definitely go for that next. And I've already got people wanting to find me. So that's good.
Well, and it's so wonderful because, you know, papers want good news stories.
Right.
They want to know what's exciting and what's new and what's
something
available.
Positive.
Something positive, and to celebrate and to provide this. I mean, did you know that learning music makes you smarter, right?
Right.
But here's a really important fact. At least this is what my mother told me. She said, you know, music makes you smarter, learning music, but teaching music makes you better looking. And just look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
We'll just stand by that one. I don't know. It has yet to be proven in science, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you so much for joining me. I do have two more little questions for you. So we've been talking about, you know, learning music theory and the Ultimate Music Theory Elite Educator Program and your growth in, you know, taking the program. But let's dig a little deeper into your personal teaching stories. What is maybe one, you may not know this about Athelia, embarrassing or funny story that you'd be willing to share with us?
I did have one that I thought of. When you tell your student to be on time, this is the time for the lessons, and then you just totally miss it. I mean, that's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing.
Oops, I'm sorry.
Yes.
And let's do this one again.
And it's even more embarrassing if it's a Saturday morning and you're still in your pajamas in your robe and you answer the door thinking it's like the mailman or something, and it's like your student standing there. That's actually happened to me, and they're like, hello. And I went, I'll be right back. Yes.
Oh my goodness. That is embarrassing. That's funny though.
Yes. Well, it was. And fortunately, she was a teenager who was like, she could care less if I would have taught her in my robe. Yes.
Well, good.
She was probably in her yoga pants or her pajama bottoms anyway, because it was 7:00 in the morning on a Saturday morning, and she was my first student. And but you know what? It's what we do, and it's something that we can laugh about, and we all learn by our mistakes.
Make mistakes. It's okay.
It is okay. It's totally okay. Well, you are just going to knock things out of the ballpark, you know, in this upcoming year with your student registrations and with everything that you've got going on. You've got your marketing in place. Your website is almost ready to get launched, and probably will be by the time people are watching this. And also you're getting everything ready to launch your online program. You've got your social media going on. You've got your print, you know, articles that are going to be coming out. Woo, things are just moving and shaking for you. So how has the UMTC Elite Educator Program changed about, you know, how you're thinking about your business now that you're moving forward?
To keep positive self-talk, keep being positive. You know, everyone is having a hard time, not just me, especially during the dirty word, the 2020, you know, that word. Yeah. But honestly, you know, I still had one student that was with me during that time. And it was really important to be positive for her because she was going through it. Yeah. You know, so just to have a good attitude and to be an encouragement to other students while you're teaching, that they might come back just for that. Who knows? So that's what it taught me. That was pretty important for me. And I really appreciated learning all that and being able to apply it too, because it really did work. So it was great.
Yeah. And I love that you said, you know, just be positive, because, you know, a smile is free.
Yes, it is.
So
absolutely. And people, it makes everything all right. Makes everybody feel better. Like, you're smiling at me.
Yeah. Are you smiling at me? Well, and there was a time when we just had to smile with our eyes, right?
Right.
As best as we
You
could.
can still tell if someone's smiling behind there, though.
Yeah.
So yes.
Still
smile.
Yeah. And it's so interesting that you said that, because I remember when my mom said to me, when you're talking to somebody on the phone, don't forget to smile. And I said to her, why would I have to smile if I'm talking on the phone? And she said, because they can hear it in your voice. Yes. And it is so true.
It is true. Yep.
Even when I'm on the phone, I'm smiling because I am happy, right? And it's a choice. To be honest, it's a choice. We can dwell in negativity, and watch the negative news, or we can just live our life with joy and purpose and passion and uplift others and leave the world a little bit better place than when you arrived. And, things will be wonderful in your life. And I'm so proud of you. And I love your energy. You just exude this happiness and joy. And it's just such a delight. Yes. Thank you so much. So my final question is, what would be maybe your biggest takeaway or something you'd like to share with other teachers that are considering enrolling in the UMTC Elite Educator Program?
Well, I would say take the leap of faith. Take the initiative to invest, because it's worth the investment. You're investing in yourself, your business, in others, but mostly in yourself first. And that's important, because you are going to be there for everyone else. So better invest in yourself too, and grow your own professional business and develop that and make it great, make it good. And it's a help when you're involved with other people that you are a great service to them. And that's always important too. What can I do for others?
100%. Well, thank you so much, Athelia. It's been such a delight to chat with you, and know that I wasn't the only one that had the same embarrassing story as you did.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we're not alone. There's probably a lot of others, and you can leave us little notes in the chat. So if you would like to learn more about our Ultimate Music Theory Certification Elite Educator Program, you can go to ultimatemusicteachers.com. Again, that's ultimatemusicteachers.com, and you can book a free strategy session call with me or one of our coaches to learn a little bit more about our program and see if it's a great fit for you. So thank you again for joining me today. I really appreciate you.
Yep, you too.
Thanks. Bye now. Teach with passion.